Test, test. Is it going? I think we're good now. All right, bear with, bear with. Typical Ryan, right? What's up, fellas? How's things? I didn't know what to do today, so I just put on Tekken. But I figure it's not so much about the game. It's the friends we made along the way. All right. Let's give that one a shot.
Get ready for the next battle.
I might as well get into the recording studio too. Make sure the Discord's up. Shaking my fist, hitting the screen. Guys, don't be salty. It's fine. I'm here. We got it. We got it. The mic. Let me know mic levels. It's not popping the mic or anything like that either. We'll test the Discord when people get in. Look at this. I see John. I see Covert. I see Marty. I see Baron. I see Paul. I see Santiago. I see everybody. This is wonderful. We're going to do a tight one. We're ending it off at noon today, noon-ish. I have some more errands to run. The year's starting off like, hey, do you need stress? I'm like, yeah, I do. I don't know, man. I keep giving up on this game and then coming back, so we'll see.
Fight.
Let's just throw people. I don't even care. Don't even care. So I notice when I... Look at that. Just basic throws. Like, they just don't break it. All right, fair.
Fight.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's very weird. Like, I'm not even... This isn't really good Tekken at all. It's just they're just not breaking basic throws. Morning! Look at that. We got the whole cast in here. Jesus. Those little low pokes, man. Fighter had a tail. That means it could be a woman or a Canadian dude. I don't even... Can't even want to pick on Canada anymore. We're just like a laughing stock, and then when our politicians respond to the laughing stock stuff, what do? They just... Oh, you don't have enough info to... Enough material to make fun of us? Well, geez, let me help you with that. So there's a couple new things I've learned, which help too, is like a lot of priming. Just prime a guy to duck. So the throws, there's technically a reason to it. Like you do a lot of oh, you didn't like that. Do a lot of throws at the start, so they're primed to always look about throws. It's called, I think they call it mental load. So if you notice, if I hit that once on a block, actually here we got to stop the punish. If I hit it once on a block, it's +1, same as a jab. If I do it twice, it's +4. So technically, if they try to hit a move after this, that's free. Or that's a trade-off. That's free. That's free. That's free into a setup. And a free throw. So even if they try to sidestep it, it's got an answer for everything. It's like a deceptively, like the only disadvantage of it is they duck. But if they duck, there's actually a way around it too.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, the server's still running. Santiago's keeping the torch going. I'm kind of tiddling in there a little bit. I have a hard time, like, you know, committing to it as much as I want to. I think once the books are all out, I'll feel a bit better about, like, committing to, like, bigger builds and stuff.
Fight.
Trying that same stuff, buddy.
Round 2. Fight.
I gotta ready for more of those lows. He does those a lot. Really doesn't know the matchup too well. Oh, fair enough. I got greedy on that one. So that's like what's called a guard break. It sets them up, but they have to like respect your frames, which this one clearly doesn't. So I just got to play this straight. What? I blocked that one too. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So many turn stealing opportunities with Yoshi. So many. Anyways, what's been new with you guys? That's kind of why we're here. It's more so for you guys as opposed to me. Yeah, I recognize that. That's the voice of my Marty son. Let me beat this guy and make sure you're actually on. Shouldn't be too hard though. This one's really got... There we go. So how have you been, man? What's life in the South like?
So cold. I don't know how you tough Canadians do it.
Well, how cold is cold for you?
It's been in the 20s American degrees.
Oh, so that's like -10 or something like that. It's not bad. We're -20 right now. We're going to be that for the next 2 weeks, and then we're back to like 0 to -10. A lot of the problem is too, it's like you dress really warm, so like, because we know it's coming here, so we have clothes. But when I lived on Vancouver Island, like winters were brutal because nobody had anything heavier than like a hoodie. So you get like your 3 days of winter there, -7, but it felt freezing because all you had was shorts, flip-flops, and a hoodie.
God. You have to spend like a pile of money on your giant goose down coat or Gore-Tex coat that you only use for a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I still got my naval pea coat I got from the naval base in, where was it? It wasn't San Diego. Oh, Japan. And that thing's good to -45. Oh my God, it weighs like 40 pounds though. It's like an inch thick of leather, or of not of leather, of wool. Oh, I love that thing.
Way to go. Yeah.
And the military actually build, like, you know how clothes just fall apart now? Like, not with the military, man. That was, I've patched that thing like 4 times and it still looks like new. I'm like, damn.
So that's the military issue one?
Yeah, the naval military issue one. It's got the little bird on the back and everything. It's awesome.
But it's not as awesome as the 1940s Hugo Boss pea coat, is it?
Well, I do like trench coats and black leather. What can I say?
Right. Yep.
Dude, I gotta be careful online. I don't know what it is. I started following a little bit of the Canadian stuff, and now it's like gone down that rabbit hole that you're never supposed to go down, like the Austrian painter stuff. So I realized a lot of my tweets aren't even funny; they're just angry. So I'm quickly culling the list again.
It's so popular now. It really is. I mean, I understand. I guess you get pushed so much in one direction, and it's almost like an outlet, to get your frustrations out. You can't do it in real life.
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it! All right, this one's ready for my bullshit. I gotta play better.
Fight.
Funny is, I had to remind myself one day. I was like, I'm living real life. It's like I can't. It's like I caught myself because I started talking.
Oh, like the online?
On Twitter, yeah, but in real life, and I was like, whoa. I was like, calm down, Marty. Like somebody looked at me and like they gave me that look. I was like, oh, that's all. I needed that. I was like, thank you.
You keep dancing around, sir. I'll just own you. I've been very good at that, though. Like, I do separate it better. Mostly because I try not to use it in the jargon either, because I keep thinking, like, ultimately I'm here to sell books. So if I start talking about, what's the terms, like foids and chuds, like, I still don't know what a chud is. Nobody's ever explained. I've asked, like, 15 people, like, what is a chud? And they don't know. It's just like calling somebody a cuck, where it just means bad. Bad person I don't like.
I'm not doing kids these days. My daughter, she's like she's 11, and she was telling me I had to write a story in class, and like this goofball boy wrote something about wintertime, and it was like Skibidi Toilet and Santa Claus and a Super Rizzler, and I was like, what the hell is all that? And it's like she can't even really explain it. It's just like it's just silly gobbledygook, you know.
Yeah, that's what I heard too for Skibidi Toilet. It's just nothing. It's like yada yada yada. And I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense now. It's just funny because the only person to be able to explain Gen Z slang to me was like a 12-year-old kid. The grown adults that love using it, they have no idea what they're talking about. They're just saying things.
It's like Tourette's for Zoomers.
I was just trying to think, like, what would we have said in like the late 90s that would be equivalent?
Oh, I was trying to think about that.
Because there's no way there's some kind of like magical thing that they came up with. Like, it's always something. Is it like in the 80s where everything was radical?
Oh yeah, rad, dude. Yeah, dude. Give me some skins or whatever. Yeah.
So I think Give Me Some Skin was the 70s, but yeah, you get it. Same thing.
Weird about the decade. Like I saw a TikTok the other day, which I've been like trying to explain for years and trying to figure out. I was like, this guy like gets me. I was like, he understands. And he's like, the gist of it was like, everything culturally ended like in around 2000, 2002. It's like during the 1900s, you had your distinct differences in each decade.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. The fact that that's gone, that blows my mind.
Yeah. And then it bothers me too. It's like I feel like we're missing out on stuff like that we should be getting, because I mean, even as a kid, I remember the difference between, you know, the 80s and the 90s, you know, very distinctly. And
Yep.
and when the 2000s hit, and what it was is really like all those gay boy bands, they ushered it in, because you had NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and then that was the end. Oops, there goes civilization.
Well, I remember when Limp Bizkit was like Britney Spears for boys. That was how they sold it. I was like, that's hilarious. But yeah, it's like when you watch something from 2003 now, you could be, there's no difference except for like the size of their monitors. That's literally what we have now, thin screen TVs. That's the cultural zeitgeist of the last 20 years.
I know.
Well, and Troons. Troons and flat screens.
Great.
Okay, here we go. The origin of the Chud Jack picture was an ugly blonde guy who had a glow up in prison. See what I mean? Like, even that makes no sense. Like, what is that supposed to be? Oh, that's so relatable. Like, to who?
Chud Jack? Is that like the, what is it? Woke Jack?
Yeah,
or
Wojak.
something?
It's the
Wojak,
4chan comic that they used to make fun of stuff, and it was just one of the versions of it. I don't even know which one it is, but
So that's from 4chan.
yeah.
I've never gone in there. It just sounds like such a cesspool of like secrecy and racist.
It's kind of like Twitter, except for the... Actually, it's not really much different than Twitter. Maybe a little more cussing, nudity, and a lot more porn.
Which I feel like, of course, I would fit in there, but I don't want to.
No, I'm with you. Like, I've been there a bit, but like to be a part of it, I was like, eh.
Don't need to put that on my resume.
Well, it's just there's the just save it for the green text, man. The guys who quote stuff and screenshot it, because 1 sec. We gotta beat this guy. Damn it, he's good at. How does he know to guess every time? I've given him that mix-up 6 times. He guessed it right 6 times.
Those things psychic Koreans.
Maybe. Yeah, with the green text, the thing that... Not today, sir. They always do a power crush after that. I'm not sure why.
Ishnaki to stay the Mish.
Oh, you held it too. Yeah, the green text. People just quote and screenshot the best stuff of it. So you got 10 years of like the 17 best posts out of like 2 million. So it's like,
Wow.
just let somebody else filter it for you.
Not good odds.
Fight.
He's all
I mean, it's like any
Boys.
forum, right? Hey, is that the dude? Hey, that pro-Islamic supremacy conference seemed to have gone well. Happy.
Oh, which one?
The one in Ontario.
I have no clue, dude. I'm like the last person that they tell about any of this stuff.
It sucks.
I think Instagram like saw that I was friends with me, so I get just tons of like Arabic like comedy stuff. It's so freaking funny too.
You got that on TikTok?
Well, no, mainly on Instagram. I see a lot of the stuff. It's always hilarious. There'll be a joke about showing like one was the
Oh yeah, dude.
they had the robe like that y'all wear, and it's like look at my $1,500 outfit, and it was like $100 for the robe, and then like whatever for the hat. It's like, well, where's the rest? And it was like $1,000 vest, you know, for wink.
Oh yeah.
And then there's these I don't know what nationality these guys are, but I mean they're obviously Middle East, but they have like two midgets that hang out with them, and they're always doing pranks with the midgets. And God, it's hilarious.
Yeah, these are the Snapchat, you know, kind of e-celebrities that we have over here in the Middle East. Their content is basically just bullying retarded people,
It
and
is.
you know.
It's great. It's like us started 20, 30 years ago.
Isn't that Ryan's content too?
Yeah, Matt Walsh and others. Yeah.
Well done, sir. Dave coming in first line, banger. Yeah, I heard what Trump said about Canada. Dude, if he gives us citizenship, that'd be awesome. I'll give him the Northwest Passage. We're not doing anything with it anyway.
Yeah, just a port like half the uranium. Just call it a deal.
We can drive to Alaska on American soil.
Well, yeah, no passport needed.
Like, yeah, you're gonna get 1 or 2 Rhode Islands, but it's the price you gotta pay.
Yeah.
And Quebec wants to leave anyway, so just like let them go. Who cares?
Quebec be their own country.
Dude, I don't. Sorry, go, Dave. I'm listening.
So Ryan, are you gonna be American finally? Like,
I
you know,
want
after
to.
Trump?
I want to. I tried finding some lawyers to help me through the ON process here. He wasn't any help, but then Covert actually hooked me up with a recommendation. So to meet with them, find out what it is I'm missing to apply for status, like me or my girl, and then get in with the spouse. I mean, there's always the option for a TN visa, but that's temporary. It's like NAFTA, temporary worker thing. It's kind of like the EU where you can work in any place. But there's like 0 citizenship. That's just strictly going there to work and live, which I'm like, it's kind of not the point.
Yeah.
But we'll see. That's why I got the experts so they can tell me all this stuff. Dude, is this the same guy that what my... It is, too. I hate this guy.
Fight.
God, every time. There we go. Now I got this bitch.
But Mish, it's funny because like the Arabic comedy things, it's always this giant fat obese Arabic chasing like the midget.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
One of them, yeah. One of them yesterday was they wake up one of these midgets and they're like, look, watch, we're fixing to prank this fat guy, and they put like the pie in his face, and the midget's laughing. And when the fat guy takes off to chase the other guy, it snatches the midget because they tied his leg to the fat guy's leg. So he drags him like 50 yards out through the desert.
Dude, I've seen that one. That one was hilarious.
They were showing
One
like
where-
midgets playing soccer against a fat guy. A team of midgets playing soccer against a team of
Wow.
obese men. I think it was
Pretty
a
entertaining.
Mexican game.
Damn, this guy and his goddamn.
Another prank was where they show this midget this cup of like, it looks like a purple liquid, and they throw it at him, but it doesn't come out because it's got a lid on it that you can't see. And so they give it to him, and like, here, go do it to the fat guy over there. And so obviously they give him one where it doesn't have a top on it, and he splashes this purple liquid all over the guy's like black scarf. And then the midget's like look where he looks back at the guy that gave it to him. It's just like perfect, and it's like that oh shit look, and then the fat guy just starts to speak and beat the hell out of him. Wonderful. It's funny. It's like that's all it takes, you know, for good comedy, or at least for men. We're simple creatures, right?
I saw a video of like, I guess the Peloton like will randomly call out people's
Oh,
names
God.
like, words, and they like keep making up fake names like the typical like huge ass or something like that.
Huge anus. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Buster Cherry or something like that.
All her.
Fake
Or ass and poo taken?
names. Yeah.
Dude, this guy is just dunking on me. It's not fun at all.
The look of the Peloton, the instructor's face when they get it, is pretty great. They smile. They're like, "Oh, you got me."
Every time
Dude, my
the
phone
fans
has been
jab
ringing non-stop since since they announced my promotion today.
What that mean?
My phone has been bringing non-stop messages, calls and everything since they announced my promotion today.
Is it just congratulations, or hey, now that you're promoted, I have this problem. Please.
Couple
Yeah.
of them, yes. Couple of them were just, blatantly out, just asking me for favors, and the rest, no, they were just congratulating me.
It's amazing how like unskilled people are. Like they don't get it. They're not socially aware enough to realize that. Hey,
You would be
maybe-
surprised, Marty, that the two who called me, one of them is a CHRO, okay? He's a Chief Human Resources Officer who got fired last week. And now he wants me to find him a job. The other one is a director at communication agency, so she should know how to talk to people and what to say.
And to be smooth about it, don't be like just straight out, hey, can you scratch my back without me scratching yours or whatever.
Do they call
problem
you
is
at least
that
my friend, and they promise you a good deal, or what?
No, dude, not even that, dude. Like these two people who called me, like I remember them. Like when I was down on my knees, they didn't help me at all.
What were you doing on your knees?
Sucking dick.
Camel
Damn it.
dick.
You ruined my joke with your stupid leaning into it.
What do you think? Like I'm gonna be homophobic? No, dude, I'm gonna be gobbling that camel dick.
Hey, do you have those sheep with like the giant asses? They look like they have the BB Brazilian butt lift, but a sheep. Like, what's the deal with those?
Oh, that's just fat in the ass, and they eat it.
They eat ass.
Yeah, they do eat that. They eat the fat in the ass. They cook it and just eat it.
So they bred the sheep like to just keep developing huge asses.
It's some sort of type of sheep that has that kind of genetic problem, I think. And it sells for a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Thick sheep.
Beautiful creatures. Yeah, thick.
Beautiful creatures. Marty's developing some bestiality against sheep.
Only when I use my passport, not here. Kind of animal do you think I am? the chicken here, you know, they talk about putting steroids or whatever, or hormones in the chicken feed. Just a bunch of bull crap. They just genetically modify these chicken like year over year, where their breasts are like 4 times the size they used to be. Like they can barely walk around and hold them up.
Well, yeah, I've seen that before.
They're trying to do that with the vaccine.
Hey, they got one foul right, that's for sure. We gotta get that for all of them. If you got a bitch that's dumb enough to take it, you gotta at least get big tits. I'm all for that vaccine. G's like G fitties. That's crazy. When she started out with like a small D or something.
Oh yeah, eat that dick, you bitch.
Oh.
Anyways, continue. I want to hear about this sheep ass. The
We've
thickest of
moved
the
on
sheep.
to titties.
Oh, okay, fine. Suck on those too. It's maybe not a sheep one, but
I get so frustrated. I have that black line going across them. I'm like, why? If you're gonna show us side effects of the virus on titties, you should show us the titties. Don't show us like a black streak covering the nipples. I'm wondering how the nipples grew, like compared to the breast. I'm a scientist. I need to know these things.
the girl that there's no way that's real. That's made up.
Gotta be, yeah.
I want to believe it.
It's Christmas. I want to believe in Christmas.
I want to believe that technology is moving forward to the point where we can just take a pill or a shot and grow gigantic tits.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
Well, I mean, naturally, that's where you want it to lead.
Yeah.
What's that dumbass TikTok where it's just a guy that's like corporate boss guy and he's just kind of pumping up his team and he's like, us here, everybody has a over 8-inch penis when they work here, and it's kind of like, come on, man. He's like, try the penis pills, they work. Do you not even care? Do you want a big dick? It's like all professional corporate things, and it's just terrible.
What? That's impossible. I should have the frames that forward 1-2 automatically beats all his options.
We should be able to like give Ryan a pill that gives him like
Ability to play
Korean
Tekken and talk at the same
autistic
time.
kid. Well, just the skills to win.
Yeah.
It's called Adderall. I'll tell you.
What the hell? I was doing so well, too, at the beginning. It's that stupid tit conversation.
I'm thinking about tits.
Like that right there. I don't know how he managed to dodge that. It's just... Julia for Tekken 8. Whatever. Damn nerd. Anyways, back to the melon pills.
Yeah. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a Ryan.
Dude, I got to get back into this stuff, man. Because, like, it was the weirdest thing. December, I just decided to become a workaholic. And the amount of work I had to put just in, like, the final touches. And then I was like, I've kind of almost got everything done. Let's redo all the covers and the graphic design for all of the books now. Like, if you look at the store, all the covers have been updated. Any, like, issues that I had that people probably didn't notice with the layouts and that. And I'm actually, like, doing marketing now. I'm gonna feel really sad if like the dog walker just bombs on his first week.
Don't expect a lot. I mean, I'm not saying that to say anything bad about it, but yeah, just don't.
Oh yeah, no,
low
I
expectations.
think about this with every. Jesus, guy in his throat. He's doing the same thing I do. How about that? Do you like that, bitch?
Like that?
Everyone I'm always assuming it's going to do poorly.
Better be good, or else this is on Nick August because like he complimented it, and so
Well, that's after the first month. That's when it actually matters if the book is good. At the beginning, it's just, is it marketed well?
right. I gotta say the little cartoon characters, they are kind of hilarious.
Yeah, like with that one I gave, do you know Ralph Bakshi's work very much? I wanted him to do those. It was like this weird psychedelic rotoscope thing. I'm like, that's the look I want, where it's kind of... Jesus.
It reminds me of something like I can't put my finger on it, but
Yeah, Cool World, Fire and Ice, American Pop. There's a whole bunch of movies that he's done that kind of have that look.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just liked it because it was the old look, and it's kind of like adult subjects, but there you go, bitch. You want some more? Yeah. Adult topics, but it was treated with an unserious art style.
Yeah, it has a bit of levity too.
Yeah, a little bit. Plus, I noticed everybody's book is the same shitty graphic design. Oh man, I'm like, at least if I can stand out from those, that's something.
Yeah.
Like that same Humans of Flat stuff. I did the...
Not a lot of it's AI stuff now too, just people being lazy.
Yeah. I'm wondering though, so Amazon switched their process to where it automatically asks you whether you've done AI in your art or stuff. And I'm wondering if they're gonna, like how that's gonna end. Are they gonna encourage it or are they gonna be mad about it?
Well, do they have like a warning label or something? Or?
They ask you to disclose, but I'm like, if they got DMCA things they can check for, I'm sure they can check for that too.
Yeah. That is a bit
Jesus.
odd.
Damn it. I guess I did kind of...
Like it's raining all day here. I thought we were supposed to get snow.
Yeah. Cold and rainy.
I was running last night. It was around midnight, and I'd like my weird like gay David Goggins moment. I'm running, and it's like it was ice raining in or whatever, sleeting. Yeah.
What? Sorry, I got distracted. Strippers talking about how they had butt chugging back in the day. I always thought that was just a way to mess with people. Like, you were bullying them, and they're like, oh yeah, all the cool kids doing it, and then you get to laugh at them for actually butt chugging.
That's where you put the funnel, and then you like pour like your vodka in your butthole because the alcohol enters your body quicker.
That's the theory, but I'm pretty sure it was just because they liked messing with people and bullying.
I like hazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the lead in. That's the like the entry drug. Like first you put liquor in there as a fraternity, then it goes from there. Gateway drug of hazing.
Damn it. What a bad jab. That cost me. That cost me. You still can't search for lemonade? Why not lemonade? What the hell happened with that?
To do with the lemon party.
There we go.
When are we get a new prime minister?
Oh, with this dude. All right, fine, we're going there. We're not. Short answer is we're not.
Who's running
So
the ship, right? Nobody.
Yeah, they work a little bit different than the States. Like, we don't, it's not like a president, right? We elect, what's the house? What, in your house, what do they call those people?
Congressman or senator?
No, not the senators, the other one. So Congress people? Okay, so it's the equivalent of that. You elect your Congress people, and they're part of a party. And the party internally picks their president. Or picks their the first minister, right?
That's kind of messed up. There you
So
go.
that means like they normally don't, because it looks like bad confidence if you change one up during a prime ministership. But so when he said, "I'm going to retire and I'm going to," after they do a new leadership race, which has been done before. That was when I think it was Mulrooney back in the 80s was really unpopular. And so he said, well, I'll leave, but we'll hire a new leader. And the idea is that the rest of your party, they still want to have jobs in the morning. So they like, if we could change things up, maybe more people will vote Westman lose their jobs. Because they're looking like getting just destroyed. Like they'll be stuck in Labrador and that's the only seat they have kind of thing. They're basically turning into independents. So they're trying to do a race now, but then people found out the Liberal Party's mandate. You don't need to be a Canadian citizen to vote for it. You don't need to be, you need like 14 years old is your only requirement. That, and you have to not be part of a different party. That's their only internal rules. So everybody's like, wait a minute. So is this maybe why like everybody who got nominated for party seats was there, because China just basically freeloaded off of it? We already have like, there's 11 members of parliament right now that are definitely Chinese spies. Like that's been confirmed by our intelligence agencies. So they're trying to do this and they got all this crap and it's going to take them 2 to 3 months. So the problem is that everybody's so unhappy with them that they could have what's called a non-confidence vote and call an election. But Trudeau got the Governor General, which is our representative for the King, to do what's called prorogue, which is like, yeah, shut it down. We'll pick it up later in a couple months. They cancel all the bills. Anybody who was going to get a pension, that time doesn't count anymore. So a lot of people got screwed out of their pension, which is hilarious because those are people we didn't like anyway. All the bills they tried to get for like censorship and all that stuff, they all get shut down because he really wanted to keep his job. They're going to do 3 months of this. And then after that, it takes 30 days to get a bill called and they have a confidence motion. So at minimum, the election doesn't even get called until April. So nothing's changing. And he didn't say he was retiring. He said he was planning on it. So he could just up one day and just say, nah, I'm still good. And he basically just bought himself 6 months of time to go skiing.
Yeah, to goof off and ruin somebody else's vacation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they ruined the entire city with their little mini ski hill. It was like, it's not like Whistler. It was just like the middle of nowhere. It's like Wisconsin. And he went in there and took a floor of the hotel and forced everybody to ruin their vacation. You can't even find people now that meet him in the street that don't tell him to fuck off. There's like hundreds of these now. Mr. Prime Minister, fuck off. It's just, it's so funny.
It's like the twist. It's like, oh, they seem really nice.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, this one's a woman. It'll be good. The woman's telling him to fuck off. What? This one's a minority. And the Morty's like, one of them, he sent him his tax bill. He's like, this is what I pay in taxes. Please stop. I was like,
That's like the Mexican during the LA fires. He walks by. He's like, what's going on? Like, it's fires. Oh, probably all the gays.
Jesus, why am I making all these mistakes? All right, that was embarrassing. All right, I gotta stop talking about politics. It's affecting my Tekken game.
All right, we'll switch it to
Okay, yeah, it was Mulrooney, Kim Campbell. Oh, actually, I gotta finish that part of it. So, Mulrooney put Kim Campbell in, and she got to be prime minister for like 3 months, and then their party had like a huge defeat. And that's kind of what we're doing now. Whoever takes over is definitely going to be a sacrificial lamb. But that's like, I get to say I was president for 3 months. It's like, you know what I mean?
Fight.
I like you talking about Lisa Academy.
What? There we go. Now we're back in it.
Too like excited about Polyev or whatever, even though he talks a good game. I guess maybe he's just a politician, so like whenever he goes to whatever different group, he like tries to cater to them with his whole stop the deportations for the troops or whatever.
Well, I mean, he was like the Doogie Howser of conservative politics. He joined when he was 17 and got his riding, so that's kind of where he's coming from. So you can't forget that. He was trained under Harper, so he's like if George W. Bush had a protege.
Ugh. Glad there's none of those. Or they tried them. There was like I guess there's a George Bush Jr. third or something. I think like
There's
he tried to
another?
run for something. I think it's either his son or nephew, but he tried to run for something in Texas, and Texas was like, "We're not doing this again."
One's enough. Two's enough.
For real. Kind of like, I guess we're up there, you the best, but you probably plan on not a lot getting done with Polyev because he's just a politician. Much like with Trump, I'm hoping for the best, and I think a lot of good stuff probably will happen, but
A lot of bad stuff will stop happening. That's the realistic expectation, but every now and then he says something where you're like, I think he gets it. So it's kind of one of those, you kind of see into it what you want to see, which is probably why he's a good politician. I don't like
Trump. Like he got all the Supreme Court picks. If they would have went all like liberal, like oh god, we would have been in bad shape.
Oh yeah, say we did that. So we're in bad shape.
Oh no.
Yeah, a lot of the Supreme Court net. Well, they're making stupid, like they made self-defense illegal. Like that's how crazy it is.
Yeah. That you protect like your home from an invader and save your newborn.
Well, they did
baby,
that. It was in Edmonton.
brother, kids.
This guy
Really?
heard somebody breaking into his truck, grabbed a shotgun, went outside. The guy turned around and he had something like a crowbar or a gun. I'm not quite sure which, but he turned around really quickly and he assumed it was a gun, and so he shot him. It's clear self-defense, right? Even if it was a crowbar at that range, like you can make the argument. So he won that one. He got acquitted. And then we don't have double jeopardy here, so they tried him again. They tried him 7 times until he ran out of money and couldn't defend himself anymore. Now he went to jail for 10 years. It's crazy, isn't it?
That is evil.
Yeah, all because, well, the guy too was native, so it's like the whole racism thing, right? Oh, this is revenge for the residential schools. Yeah. Which they're kind of... Jesus. There we go.
You feel better about us. It's like a lot of times you're like kind of bad here or something, and then we do have some things figured out. Things pretty good. It could be worse.
I think your big advantage in the States is that your economy is so big that you kind of can just power through a lot of the stupidity. Like, people can't be stupid enough. Canada's not a big enough economy, so when somebody screws something up, it can really screw something up.
Like with Canada, one prime minister is enough to like be the downfall of the country almost.
Well, we have no checks and balances either. Like, that's it. There's nothing. He can do whatever he wants to, and technically none of it's like nothing he's done so far has been illegal. Well, some of his guys actually did some major fraud, but even then, the mechanisms for it were pretty straightforward and like not. Yeah. Not illegal, just definitely very scammy.
Unethical, but you going to jail for.
Yeah, see, Lundabon, same thing here. He's talking about, and that's kind of what you have to do as a survival, either be completely off the government tit or all in. It's the guys that try to do both. They're the ones that I'm getting pinched the hardest. Jesus, he's caught. There we go. But I stick by my assessment, man. Every time you guys talk about how bad the States could get... Oh, that son of a bitch. It's always like, oh, that was Canada 10 years ago.
You're the ghost of USA future.
Well, the one that made me laugh the most, they were trying to show how, like, they're trying to gaslight people into thinking the economy was really good under Trudeau, which it isn't, but... they showed the tax rates. Like, see, the tax rates are so... They didn't increase as much as they did in the States. But if you look at it, like, what's the worst taxes in the States? Is, I think, California?
Oh, yeah,
And you look at our most... You look at our most, like, gung-ho province, that's Alberta, which is worse than California. So our most conservative province is taxed more than the least conservative province there.
Oh, no.
And it kind of really puts it in perspective. Dude, he's setting me up. I don't like it.
While being the equivalent of, like, Mississippi.
I thought we were the same as Alabama.
I mean, that's better than Alabama. Yeah, I'm thinking Mississippi. So when you
There we
become
go. Eat a dick.
When you become a U.S. citizen, like, how much weight are you going to gain, like, right away from, like, all the food and, like, the stuff that you're able to get that you smuggle in right now?
Dude, I would love just the fact that I can, I don't have to smuggle in, like, Hershey-flavored Twizzlers anymore. You have no idea how happy that makes me. Like, I want to find out... I don't even want Zen. Like, I don't smoke, but I just want it... I want Zen because they don't let you have it here. It's illegal to have it in Canada. You have to smuggle it in. I just want to know what's so bad about this thing. It's just nicotine gum, right?
No, it's not even gum. It's a pouch you put in your, like, lip, it's like a dip, like, tobacco dip, but it's in a pouch that you just put under your lip.
So it's tobacco? It's not like candy or whatever, like nicotine gum is?
No, it's just straight nicotine. It's flavored. They have, like, spearmint and then, whatever, peppermint or different flavors.
Like, nicotine aside, if you had to compare it to anything else, like, oh, if you like this, like, it's similar to this, similar texture as this, similar as this, like, what would you compare it to? Because in my mind, I'm picturing, like, the five, the Five Eyes gum or whatever they call it. I'm picturing that, but I don't know if that's accurate.
It's really just kind of like the flavoring of just like a spearmint gum, but you don't chew it. You just, like, suck on it. It's like a spearmint gum lollipop in your mouth.
Oh. And it's like hard candy textured, or it's like a gummy, like a clay-like texture, or it's like dirt, sand.
It just feels like kind of like sand, I guess. It's a little pouch that it's in.
Interesting.
It's.
Oh, Strider, it's not just chocolate Twizzlers, it's Hershey-flavored chocolate Twizzlers. They've got so many weird mashups there that are just great. Like, I was telling to the guys, and they actually didn't even know they had it in the States. They're grabbing it like, this is pretty good. Skittles, like sugar-free juice, but it's Skittles. Oh, it's so good. I've still got, like, a box of it in there. And a whole, like, peach iced tea. They have peach iced tea in the States.
Oh.
We used to have it here. There was a brief period in the 90s that had it, and it was so good.
Weird. So it's the pouch that you put in water, like the Skittles flavor?
No, it's just like a little like a powder.
Yeah. But you just put the powder in your water and it's the Skittles flavored?
Yeah. And because it's the States, it's so sickly sweet, it's for a gallon. So I have to convert, like, what's a gallon? I'm like, oh, it's 4 liters. But then it makes twice that because it's American. Of course it does. So I get, like, for each one of those, so I get, like, twice as much. That's the part I love, where it's like, yeah, you guys go so hard. It's all you have to do is portion control, and you get, like, massive amounts of anything. And we just don't have that in Canada at all.
if you come down here, like you go like just to like a little mom and pop restaurant or really anywhere to eat down here. I want to see your face because like you'll get these giant platters full of food and then like you're expected to eat it all. You know, I mean, great. You talking about portion control and you get this giant 3,000 calorie meal here.
Yeah, well, I've learned that in the States, unless I'm eating at like a fancy place that loves to cut portions, just order appetizers. I can't finish a main course in the States at all.
Problem, I can.
Oh yeah. Going Cracker Barrel, getting that country fried steak.
What is it? The Sunday fried chicken or the chicken fried chicken that's got like the deep fried. Yeah, it's funny. The deep fried chicken breast with like an inch of crust on it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Butter bread or the sawmill gravy on it.
Whoa. Serve with biscuits or cornbread.
Like, how do you physically have enough room in your stomach to do that?
Just power through it.
Genetics.
Genetics.
Stretch it out. You know, I saw somebody talking about this a while back, and you know, your body sends you signals when you're like starting to overeat, like you get this feeling in your stomach, and
Yeah, it's a hormone called ghrelin.
and then like you know you feel that, but then you just power past it. Shut up.
So what? Like your
Shut up,
stomach's
ghrelin.
actually not like, because I thought it was physically full. Like it hurts to move and stuff. It's not so much that I don't feel hungry anymore. It's that like movement. It inhibits movement.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Well, maybe. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I love the food.
Eventually-
Some American food is great. Some of it isn't very good though. Some of it you can tell is just like a flex. Like, look how many calories I could shove down range. Fuck you, communist bastards. Like, I get that. Yeah, there's times I skip meals. Dude, I skip meals here. I just don't know how they do it. I guess you have to train for it. Maybe that's why Americans are so big. Like, not even just fat, but like, you know, mountain man biggish.
Well,
Like when you're developing, if you do that, it encourages your bones to grow harder and stronger and taller because, like, dude, we got to make room for all these calories.
but we got to do something with all these calories. What else are we supposed to do? Yeah, you just stretch your stomach out. I mean, you like eat that food so much because, funny, bro. When I was in college, I used to work with like these two guys that were like 300 pounds, and I would eat my meal and then I would finish like theirs too.
Jesus.
Funny. And back then, I really didn't gain a lot. I mean, I was like maybe 15, 20 pounds, kind of overweight, but lose it right away if I'm wanting to.
Burning through calories.
Speaking of this guy's burning through my ass.
They just added Hayachi, didn't they? Or Hikachi.
Yeah, they just added a new guy, Clive, who's absolutely ridiculous bonkers. Like, I'll see if I can get you on a match with him. He just swordplay, and he's just all over the place. Like, you can't defend against a lot of his stuff. He's extremely overtuned.
Capcom not gonna, or Tekken's not gonna beat the overpowered DLC character.
Yeah, from one of the Final Fantasy games that everybody's all psyched for, but I don't know which one.
I believe it's 16.
Nice try, asshole.
Right, you might want to mute Marty. I think he's on the phone.
Oh, is he? All right. Oh, never mind. He figured it out.
I'm only 6'3".
Wait, you're 6'3"?
Yeah.
I thought you were 6'4", 6'5". I'm disappointed now.
Oh, that's what I say on my Tinder profile. Women can't tell. You gotta.
I just didn't realize you were a giant. Makes sense then why you have that deep booming voice.
Yeah.
Hello, little friends. I guess if I do a friendly giant joke, you won't know what the hell I'm talking about. But in Canada, that'd be hilarious.
We
Let
just
me
had
get
a
my recorder
friendly
out and play for
ghost.
Casey and Finnegan. And oh wait, no, that's man. Fuck this guy.
Is he supposed to be a McDonald's employee? Is that what he's going for with that?
I think that's what he's
Good.
trying. Yeah, how do you like that shit, sir? Oh, he's learned. He's adapting. I can adapt too, though. I don't know how tall Marty. I never wondered how. I guess I should start wondering about how tall people are. It doesn't really matter to me. Because they don't know how to say it in centimeters, so it doesn't really help me out.
6'2".
I think that's
You guys are also-
183.
Something like that,
6'2"
yeah.
is 6'2" is 188.
Oh, okay. Maybe 183.
It's a little bit less than 188. Fuck it.
Interesting. Interesting.
In centimeters. Oh, 193. I see. Wait, that's not right. Too good.
Yeah, you like that? Guessed wrong, bitch. Oh, I guessed wrong. Don't let him do this. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I was like, my military ID says I'm 175. I don't know, I never really check. Come on, sir.
So your average, that's average height.
Yeah.
Your average height in the West, at least.
Oh yeah, not for you Scandinavian guys with your whole, like,
Yeah.
Viking
Jack,
bullshit.
Yeah, as Jack has often mentioned, 16 is average.
Wow. You just go there. Are the women all tall too?
Yeah. Depends. The more north you go, the taller they are.
Oh.
Especially in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is the freak of everybody.
Oh, they're like super tall?
Yeah, they're there. The majority is larger than everybody else. Taller than everybody else, not larger.
Oh, that's good. Giant fat people.
Dude, I hate how that guy had a beat on me. So fucking annoying. Yeah, around there. I don't know. It's like 5'9", 5'10", something. I don't even know. I find it very, although I will say online, it's amazing. The people that are hyper focused on it, it's all like 6 foot tall people, which I'm not sure why. I think that's because it's like their one flex.
Yeah. It's irrelevant.
Like, if anything, it's made my life a little bit easier to be under 6 foot. I'll give it that. Like, things are easy. Like, it's easier to get in an airplane seat. Like, I can imagine Dave with your gangly ass. You probably are like, somebody declines their seat. You got to start, you know, your hip starts fucking shifting.
It is tough. Like, I mean, really, like, I mean, I'm not as tall as Dave, but look, I do a lot of times just catch like spider webs and stuff. Just normal people don't get, or shorter people, and there's stuff like that. Like, I rode a roller coaster one time. It was like the oldest one at Six Flags,
Oh,
and
yeah,
like it just bashed my knees in. It was terrible. It was the old wooden one. Yeah.
Well, the frigates too, they were built for the average Canadian height at the time, which was 5'10", so it's like the perfect height for me. My boss, the gay guy I was talking about, he was like 6'3" or something like that. And he would show off. He had all of these scars on his head from just banging into shit on wet work.
Oh god.
And it was the funniest because it's like everything in there is like unfinished stainless steel, corners, edges, like no safety rigs. It's like pipe stick. Like if you tripped and fell into a pipe, there's a good chance it would stab you, like stuff like that. And it's just so funny.
But it's the same with the average household. How many chandeliers I've bounced my hand against this stuff? Oh, god damn it.
I'll bet.
Painful as hell. Especially when there's one of those beautifully decorated and you have these sharp spikes in the center for whatever reason.
Yikes.
Oh yeah, and like you hit stuff and then it's like I mean, I've nailed my head before, and like you don't. I've never done it, you know, enough to really get the stars, but it's like you stagger for a second. It's like that's not a knockout punch, but close to it.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah. I be hitting my head on stuff. Back when I worked in a warehouse, they had these smaller, they had these giant racks that they had a bunch of stuff on, but it was just the right height. So like, the bottom of it was just above my eye level, but you know I couldn't clear the top of my head, so like I hit my head on it so many times
Round 3.
because I couldn't see it right on my periphery, but it was just enough to hit the top of my head. I ended up starting wearing a helmet just to stop myself from smacking my head on the top.
There we go. About time I started getting some hits on this guy. Keep talking about your tall guy injuries. It gives me the strength to keep going.
If it makes you feel better, I mean, I do I have to work on my posture because, you know, like you wind up kind of just slouching over or, you know, not really standing up tall like you're supposed to. So I work on that a lot.
Oh no, I don't care about any of this stuff. None of this stuff's ever made a lick of difference for me. I just feel like it's fun to talk about it.
Yeah, because we're the one who needs to bend over to you so we can talk to you.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
That's why Marty is always slouching. He needs to bend over so he can talk to you properly. You can hear him. Otherwise,
Actually, my one buddy said they do that too, a lot of it, because he was always worried about looking intimidating because he had a lot of scars in that, and so he just got in the habit of always having bad body language because he was trying not to intimidate anybody. And then he realized, like, he talks down to everybody.
Literally.
Yeah. There you go, bitch. You like that shit? Oh, fucking.
All the little things in life.
Everyone has their own issue.
Well, that's kind of the thing I noticed. Like, everybody's just kind of trying to... Everybody wants to be somebody else. Oh, I wish I was slightly smaller so I wouldn't bang my head off of stuff. I wish I wouldn't have to act so unintimidating. Average guys are like, man, I wish I was as awesome as those guys, because I saw a girl pick up my tall friend once. It's like, the whole thing is just...
The grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah. Damn it, I fall for that every time. He fakes the back 2-2 and then does a junkyard kick. I have no right to fall for that. And plus, like, you'd never be able to be a pilot. That's something I didn't know about. If you wanted to be a pilot in any of the militaries, like, they refuse to let tall people join because, like, you just won't fit in the cockpit. And it costs too much money to make, like, a 6-foot cockpit. So the pilots have to be under 5'10", I think it is.
Yeah, it also probably also changes the aerodynamics of the plane.
Discrimination.
Well, the stokers always make me laugh too. The engineers, the ones that have to get down in the engine spaces and stuff, because like the tall guys are always, they always send the tall guys down there just to fuck with them. It's like on the boarding party. If a girl ever joins the boarding party, they always give her like the M or no, the C8 or the C9 or the C6. Sorry, that's like the M249, the big gun. It's just this 5-foot girl's got a gun that's as heavy as her. Always makes me laugh.
That was also the problem with Rich Cooper. He wanted to join the Air Force, but he couldn't get in. He wanted to be a fighter pilot, but he couldn't because he was too tall.
Yeah, too tall. Eyesight too. Like, I don't know if it was before or after. I think he did. Did he do LASIK, or was that not? Was that somebody else I'm thinking of?
He didn't need LASIK back then, I think.
All right, because if you get LASIK, you also can't go in, even if your eyes meet the criteria. Wow. I guess because they put a hole in your eye to do whatever LASIK stuff they're doing, and the pressure differential thing, it just like it's not worth the risk. Or you can't be a diver
could like
either.
start coming out or like explode or something like that.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a real thing. I think it was just somebody was worried about that and nobody bothered to change it because like how many people get LASIK then join the Air Force?
Well, I like the G-force stuff. You know, you got to be able to handle so much pressure, and if you got a hole in your eye, I guess theoretically, it's probably not good.
No, what also can happen is, and that's something I have, and that is that the first part of your retina will can detach from the rest. And it's the first couple hours it stings like hell.
Are you cross-eyed?
No, is it called the retina? The first part of your eye?
Yeah,
first
retina.
piece?
Retina's what you're thinking.
Fight.
Yeah, depending on what kind of surgery they use in order to correct your eyesight, can influence the bonding tissue and the healing process of the retina and then the layer underneath. And it can detach after a while at certain times.
Really?
So that's one of yeah, because I have it.
Fight.
It's a pain in the ass. It stings for several hours and it annoys you for 24 hours before it's healed.
That I didn't know.
Well, I have it without LASIK. I have it because of genetic defect.
It's like the monkey's paw curse. You always get to be tall, but it comes with a curse. You got those weird eyes.
No, I'm simply have bad luck. All the bad genetic shit that runs in the family on both sides, I have it practically.
That's wrong. I figured you were pure Aryan bloodline race. I didn't think you should have any flaws.
No, it's like, what is it? It reminds me of this creature from the X-Files that could take over all the disease of other people and just carries it with him. Like, because I have all the defects in the family, my brother and sister were spared.
Oh, that's nice. Look at you.
Yeah.
Damn it, he's hit me with all of the same shit that I should be ready for. Like, all of that was just such an easily avoidable thing, and I just fell for all of it. Now that I know that Santiago has, like, all the demon gene or whatever it is.
Well,
I feel bad.
Dude, it isn't as worse. I've met enough people that have it way worse. So I have nothing to complain about.
Yeah. I mean, it's really your ancestors' fault anyway for...
Fight.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to make an inbred joke.
Well, no, I told this story to Jack and Mish like once. When I was done with training, I came outside and there was this legit invalid guy, like natural born thing. Ricky Burrick, if at least his limbs were fully grown in length. That kind of a physical composition of the guy.
Oh.
And he came to talk and I was like, what you're doing here? I'm doing this for those reasons. Oh, okay, nice. Then we kept talking, had some fun things to say, some interesting stuff. And at a certain point he said, I actually feel sorry for you. I was like, why? At least because people leave me alone because with me it's obvious. With you it's all internal. Externally you look fine and healthy, but internally you're fucked up. So people think you're young and healthy. And
It was just the whole giving you pity thing. Like, that's... I don't know if
Yes.
that's... I don't like that shit either.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. Forget that in Clary. Get sympathy from an actual cripple. That's a kick in the ass.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn it. So yeah, I'm just saying it as a matter of fact, not as anything else. This is like,
What you saying factually?
that Marty has a whole cellar full of dicks saved up for Ryan when it comes to the US.
Whatever. Yeah, a whole bag of dicks. There you go.
Damn it. I'm making stupid mistakes here. I'm going to try focusing. Marty, I need you to talk about something.
Okay. Gay, not gay, racist.
Or maybe not.
What else is there these days?
The Furrer.
Everything is dead on the inside.
You can do it.
I guess
You
Dave,
have,
what's up for Sunday?
I'm going to go over. I read an article about done by a dev talking about gacha games, like live service games. This like concept of a meta progression that I'm gonna go over. So that's
Meta aggression. Oh, you mean like
Meta-
short fat
meta-
otaku dev?
no,
Okay.
meta progression.
Oh, meta progression.
Yeah.
I never really delved into the concept of meta. What are they referring to when they call something meta? By the way, I never delved into it, so I have no idea what they mean by it.
Well, meta, I guess, unless Dave wants to take it. Meta, so you have rules for a game, right? And everybody knows the rules and everybody plays the rules and then you play to win. The meta is understanding the way the people play the game. So, like, Tekken has a meta, for example. You'll pick a certain character because they have a certain overtuned move. But then if you know that they pick that certain character with the overturned move and they have, like, an obvious weakness, you pick a character that can beat that. And so there's characters that may not be the strongest in this game, but because of the way the meta is, they're the most popular pick. So it's like the subtext, the game above the game. 2D chess. Or 3D
Yeah.
chess. Because, yeah, chess is 2D.
Yeah, that's kind of what it refers to, because in like a lot of live service games, like especially gacha games, they have the actual game itself that you play, but since they have, you know, constantly like coming out with like new characters that are almost always, and they almost always design the game to be good for those characters, it kind of becomes a game above it to like manage resources to acquire, figure out what character you need to acquire to, you know, beat certain content. So there's
Yeah.
like a meta.
So, yeah,
meta
you end up
above it to
gaming the
keep
system
people
as
playing.
opposed to playing the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or in the case of a lot of live service, the devs play the players to keep them spending money.
Well, it's still voluntarily because everybody knows that it's rigged.
Oh yeah.
But it's a choice. So.
Yeah. But they've gotten they progressively get better and better at it, as far as getting people to buy in and like just designing
Addictive.
stuff to be as addictive as possible. Yeah. It's like, you know, a lot of like Vegas stuff is designed for that.
Never really got that thing because, at least with like a gambling thing, when you're gambling and stuff like that, I don't really get how it gets addictive. There is a limit. I think there is a defect or something for you to be susceptible to it anyway.
I think that's it. You just think, because I know a lot of the old pay-to-win games, they were just looking for whales. Everybody else was just there to give the whales something to do.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain, I don't know what it is, but there's something about us and our genes that can make them susceptible to try
Well, yeah,
certain.
Well, it just
I'm with you though.
alcohol.
Like, I don't get it, but I know it's there.
When it comes to addictions, like chemical addictions, like certain drugs and cigarettes and whatever, okay, that I can do. Same, you have certain food intolerances
Yeah.
because of shit genetics. They're sometimes more prone to get hooked on certain things than others. When it comes to visual stimuli, I guess dopamine is a drug of choice and
Maybe. Like, my dad was a big gambler too, so I don't know if I have the gene or not. My brother loves gambling. For me, I never really caught it. But yeah, maybe the games as the replacement for it. I don't know.
I don't know. You're kind of gambling with your life on Twitter and YouTube.
That's fine. It's all a pen name. Just scrub it. In 5 years, everybody will forget. Like, nobody remembers anything about... If it wasn't for the fact we're constantly reminding people of Cernovich's, like, troon fetish, nobody would have known. Anthony Johnson right now is on Substack writing posts about saving the West, and people are fucking loving it. It's like...
All right.
Nobody cares. Nobody remembers. Yeah,
Ryan,
GLO, Gay Lube Oil's on there, too. Everybody's like,
how
this
the
is
hell do
amazing
you even
writing.
know that? How the hell do you even know that about ADJ?
Because eventually they found their way onto my timeline, and I was like, oh, time to I not just block that. I'm like, who's following him? Block all this. Every single person in this ecosystem's gotta go.
Yeah.
Sending
Yeah,
everybody, I'm
yeah.
like, Eric, just a heads up. Because, yeah, it's like, they haven't blown up yet to the point where they start spurging out because it's a new group and they haven't had their little narcissistic rage. But I'm like, I don't want to be here when that happens. I have no desire for that nonsense.
Make sure, yeah, those guys are
Get ready for
nowhere
your next
near.
battle.
Yeah. That's why I get mad. I get so mad at Rolo how he still like engages with all these people. I'm like, stop! You gotta let them go. Like you're bigger than all of them, and they're just clowning on you for clout.
Round one.
Eh,
Yeah.
Fight.
I hate Lee so much. He's such a prick. Oh, this is gonna feel so good. Yeah, you like that, you son of a bitch? Oh, it felt good. Reference humor, underlying insight that is not all get. What? Uh-oh. He's got a read on me.
I should have grew up to been a lesbian Archie.
Round three.
Where did that come from?
Looking at Twitter
LA right
and
now.
yeah, the fire chiefs, the top 3 ones, they're all lesbian and they're all ugly as shit, and they all make like over $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
The chief makes $439,000. The assistant chief $264. Then they have an equity bureau chief, which is a stupid DEI job that makes $400,000.
In what state?
California?
California.
Yeah, that's Los Angeles.
Jesus Christ, no wonder that state is going bankrupt.
And then the woman over the water board makes like $700,000.
Did you see that where the guy questions her about what's going on? She just kind of stood there blankly and then just left to Ghana. Going to Africa, fuck this.
Yeah. See you later.
Oh, that's the mayor. Yeah, that's right.
Or the mayor, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Ridiculous. And I saw the post where the guy showed the video of her where she goes like to Cuba every 6 months and with her communist friends to radicalize.
Dude, the whole point of doing this, what I'm doing is I'm supposed to be able to take. You know what? Fuck this. I'm going to Vegas before March. I'm gonna do a collab with Rolo and Clary. It's just money. I'll
You'll
make
be
more. Fuck it.
You'll be a citizen in no time.
Well, that's the thing. Rolo, like, I don't know how his business is set up, but if it's set up well, it can technically be one of those things where if I work for him and it can't be replaced by anybody else, so I'm like,
Fuck.
that
I
just
mean,
might
if
be
they
an
can
option. I become the Access Vegas guy.
If 7-Eleven can get Indians and on H-1B visas, then
Rolo's
Rolo's gotta be
like,
able to do
this
that.
guy cannot be replaced. He's the only Canadian #1 couch in the world.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, can I? Would there be a replacement for me? He needs somebody who's knowledgeable about the material, someone entertaining, has a social media following. Who's he got? Who else could possibly do that job?
Andrew
Of
Tate.
course.
Well,
And-
the
and
Well, I
problem
mean,
does-
is,
American.
And doesn't insult doesn't raise
Oh,
the
okay.
JQ every chance he gets.
Exactly.
well, the
doesn't,
problem is Ryan is
bang lady
funny, but he's British humor funny, so you need to get it.
I can learn. I'll learn American humor for America.
I got my American humor course set up. So
Oh boy, taking lessons from Marty.
Well, I think a lot of it is
Never
just like,
speak.
don't be subtle. Just go for it.
Yeah. No subtlety needed.
Which I've been kind of learning that from YouTube anyway, because as soon as I try to like allude to something, everybody's like, "What's he talking about?" And as soon as I'm like, "Hey, poop jokes, am I right?" And everybody's like, "Yo, this fucking rules."
This chick is fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Last time I called the chick fat, I got my Twitter account banned for good.
out of all the things, that was it.
Yeah, I guess Rob would be the
Nah.
only other one who did, who could.
It's like
Rob
not
seems
like
happy doing what
me
he
calling.
does.
I've been calling people the F word left and right for months, and they didn't get me on that. They got me on it. Pissed off the heavyweight people.
The other F word.
The other F word. I don't know why that made me laugh. See what I mean? You can't be subtle like that for American humor. Fatty McFatter Fat Fatson, Mayor of Fatville. The other F word.
Send somebody from the Canadian Services to check on Ryan. Not gonna go.
He's dying. This fat joke was just too good.
A little bit of
Nice trip to
celebrity,
throw, asshole.
celebrity jump. My wife's nephew, which I don't know if that's my nephew either, but he's on that. I haven't even watched it. I don't give a shit. Watched it. I talked to the guy, but not really about it. But he's on the Mr. Beast, the Beast Games.
Oh, that Amazon
Whatever.
show
He
that's
has
there
like
now?
Yeah, like 1,000 people on it.
Is it true all the evil stuff they say? Did he make him put a banana in his pooper? Oh, that's Lizzo, but Mr. Beast has a bunch of bad stuff too, where he's like, I don't know, trying to diddle guess, and he makes up the stuff on the show. He fakes it. I don't know, random
This
stuff.
guy's very diddle-orable. I mean, I can understand it if he got diddled.
Where's Nick August when you need the proper English language like version of this stuff? What's the proper nomenclature? Diddle-orable?
Where's the proper Alabamian?
Yeah.
I think it's you say you real pretty.
You got a pretty mouth, boy. Weird.
Nice
'Cause,
try, sir.
nephew had I guess he got a girlfriend off the show, and she like flew in and has like stayed just a month with him, and he still lives with his grandparents. So
Really?
odd situation. And she brought her brother, which is like younger. Like this kid, he's in his early 20s, and she's probably like 10 years older than him. And she brought her brother, which is probably like around his age. Very odd.
She brought an entire family with her.
She's got some foreigner blood in her too. So.
Some Pajit blood?
Oh God no.
I'm just trying to picture, like, how'd you guys meet? We met on Mr. Beast. Ew.
Ew. Like we really bonded over our sexual abuse.
I don't know, Zoomers are cooked, man. Remember we had Fear Factor? And now these guys have the fucking Mr. Beast games? Like, that's not
It
even
was no
close.
joke. Yeah.
It sounds a lot like Jerry Springer from back in the day.
But Fear Factor, like you just didn't fight like your cousin that was banging your sister. You like actually did stuff and like ate like giant cockroaches and jumped out of airplanes.
Yeah, Donkey come in a cup.
Oh God, that was too far. Is that what kind of ended it? I think. Is
I
that
think
it?
so. That's what Joe. That's the way Joe describes it, is like that was the episode that they were like, yeah, this is it. You guys got to
We
stop.
jumped the shark.
I forgot about that.
I don't know, my favorite memory of that was this one where they had to eat like a cod liver and a bunch of like a kidney of like an elk or something, and like a bull testicle. And these people are like gagging trying to eat it, and the one guy on the one team was a Korean dude. You guys, dude, it's just like my mom used to make, and he just starts chowing down.
Of course, the Asian dude just like, I don't see a problem.
Yeah, my mom used to
Asian
love
guys
making cod
fat.
liver and bull testicles. That's what got her through the Korean War. Let's get it.
I bet
Reminds me of dog.
the Asian guy's like, "What? This is free? I don't even have to pay for this." What's this cost in my country? Bull testicles alone? Come on. I never got the whole mountain oyster thing. Like I don't think I could. Just the ritual.
I think it's more so just to say you could. I can't imagine it tasting good. I can't imagine the texture being good. Wait, that's 37 plus.
That could be like gizzards, probably. You like gizzards?
I do them in stuffing for Christmas, like the gizzards and the chicken livers and that. That's about it. It's like a more delicate earthiness, but I wouldn't be like, oh, let's give me a plate of that stuff. I think it's one of those things like a little bit moderate. I don't like heart. I don't like brain.
I do liver sometimes because down here we'll do like in the south they do like the livers with gravy and onions and or like a bed of rice, which is it's pretty good, you know, every once in a while. It's not something you want like every month or whatever.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like liver too. I love liver. And you gotta prepare it right, but that's about as far into it as I'll go.
Well, same with kidneys. Kidneys are fine. You just need to prepare it right. If you don't do it well,
I see. I don't know how. That's the problem. And the texture, it's just it's so tough and chewy. I can't do it.
Well, it's been a
Kidneys? You
while.
don't know how to cook kidneys.
Obviously.
It's been a while, but you need to kind of, what was it again? Pre-cook it with vinegar, I think it was, in order to get all the, no, not vinegar.
Yeah.
Vinegar to get all the urinal acid out of the kidneys.
Oh, is that why it ends up being super tough?
I forgot, it's been a while since I prepped them. Most of the time I do chicken kidneys and chicken hearts.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
But the kidneys, it's the urinal acids you need to get rid of. If you don't do it properly, that's what causes the most problems in the end.
I need to try cooking some deer. Next deer I kill and skin it, I need to try like the deer liver and.
See, I can imagine the deer livers being super gamey, because even just like normal grass-fed cow liver is super gamey, which is kind of what I like about it.
What do you mean gamey? What do
It's,
they
I
mean
don't know how to
with,
explain
when
it. It's
you-
just when people have hunted and eaten animals before, they just know what gamey tastes are.
It's got like a twang to it, like a little texture to it,
Like-
like a bite or something.
Yeah.
Oh, too bad
Like, is the
not.
meat hard? Does it have a different taste?
No, it's a
texture?
taste. It's like a very earthy taste. It's hard to explain.
It's
Ah,
almost
okay.
like a little, maybe a little sour kind of.
Yeah, but anybody who's ever eaten gamey meat knows exactly what you mean.
The gamiest thing I ever had, I think, was beaver.
Bear, black bear.
I'm telling you, I've wanted bear meat before, but I mean, of course, we don't have it here. But I would like to get some elk and bear and like to buy some.
Wait, you ate a beaver?
Well, there's this crazy ass redneck that went to our church. Like he looked like a mountain man, and at least he did label the food, you know, because he could have not labeled it and had just people eating beaver and be like, "What the hell?"
You're some bull.
but- yeah,
donkey.
like-
I didn't know like beaver is eatable.
Any meat's eatable.
Anything.
You got to be careful with omnivores, though. That's why I would never tell you don't ever eat
Like
bear and don't eat
trigonosis
carnivores.
type of thing?
No, it's just the taste. You have to
No.
like herbivores are a much better tasting food. Don't ever eat a
lion-
carnivore, and probably don't eat an omnivore. Bears technically they eat trash, so it's not a good idea to be eating them anyway.
Lions are apparently a no-no as well.
That I can see.
Which is weird, but because when you get to fish that eat other fish are really, really
That is true.
I've had about every animal you can eat down here, I think. My grandma, of course, y'all know how redneck and racist and poor Southern she was, so
Yeah.
everything, no
Yeah,
rabbits.
squirrel,
and-
possum. Do you have any possum?
She cooked possum one time, I actually did. It was real, I think it was real greasy meat, but yeah, I had it. I don't know if she cooked coon or not. I'm guessing maybe not.
Raccoon.
Yeah. And then, of course, we had turtle. Like one day I was riding with her, and she's like, "Get out and get that turtle, Sonny boy!" So the giant turtle crossing the road, and so I was like, all right. Turtle soup.
How was it?
Real. It's good. It's real white meat. Kind of like snake. I had snake before at the rattlesnake roundup.
Round 3.
Oh, like a super
Same down here.
lean.
Fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the one.
It's kind of the turtle's kind of stringy, like it's white meat. They're kind of stringy.
That's odd. I've always been curious because it's like the Shredder's line on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I always wondered if it's any good.
Turtle soup.
Yep.
That actually makes me laugh a lot.
That might
What?
actually be something more common in Asia, anyway.
Well, too bad Dante is here. He would be able to answer all those kidney and heart stuff.
Oh yeah, he loves
Oh,
all that
Asians
weird
really like that.
four-person meat.
Peasant meat. There you go. Oh, peasant, please tell us about your delicacies. Asians have a weird palate. I mean, first they like cats and dogs and crap, and then
Final round.
they have like
Fight.
bird nest soup where you climb up in a cave and you get the bird nest and then you cook it. First of all, why and who came up with that? And then you have shark fin soup, and you just cut the fins off of a dang shark and then throw it down to sit at the bottom of the ocean.
I hate
Right.
that stuff. That's disgusting.
And then you have the shark just sitting on the bottom of the ocean like, well, shit, what do I do now?
Because
Yeah.
a lot of sharks are pretty tasty. I don't know why you wouldn't just eat the whole thing.
Well, supposedly, the shark fin isn't delicious at all. It's just cartilage. So it's the same as when you like, you know how you really have to stew meat to make it tender again? It's just that part that they have to stew out of it. So I don't know why they do it.
They have some like moronic belief that'll like get their penis hard or something like that.
Must be.
Oh,
Well, it's not even that, Dave. Like, sharks are infested with parasites. If you ever dissected a shark and looked underneath the skin to the meat, it is infested with parasites.
Yeah,
Really?
they can sometimes have worms.
Yeah, for biology class, we had to dissect a dog shark and looked underneath the skin, and all wriggling little worms crawling out of the meat, infested with parasites. So to prep it, you need to cook it real well, or otherwise, or you need to cultivate the sharks in captivity from the start, or otherwise
Round 2.
you need to cook it extremely well in order not to get a parasite inside of you. I
I'm not a fan of parasites. That's supposedly why bear meat's not a good thing to eat too, and I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know if that's the reason, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the main reason.
that is super weird. I didn't know sharks had the parasites in them.
All wildlife, all fish have parasites. The thing is,
All fish?
a lot of creatures have parasites in them, Mish. You would be
The
surprised.
cooking gets rid of them, of a lot of it.
Yeah.
Fight.
Please.
The thing is, there are certain lakes, for example, in Africa, and probably other parts of the world as well, where there are signs across the lake: "Do not take a swim here," because the lake is infested with certain types of parasites. However,
Round 4.
these parasites are their hosts are often particular species, and not when I need to restart. Excuse me. So the parasites require a specific host most of the time, or in a lot of cases. And but in the beginning, when a new animal enters the area, it will burrow itself into the new host without discriminating. Once it's inside, it notices, oh, this is the wrong host, and it tries to get back out, and that's what happens with people. That's why sometimes you see pictures of people with all these tiny little holes in their feet and legs from all the parasites that crawled into them because they took a dip in one of these lakes. The parasite gets in. Oh, this is a human, not a duck, for example. I need to get back out. That's one of the things that happen as well. Happens often as well.
Gross.
All right, I'm have to edit
Interesting.
this one.
I'm eating fish fingers right now.
Perfect. Perfect lunch conversation.
All right. Anyways, I got a jet, boys. I got some errands I got to run. Thanks for sticking around.
Later.
All right.
Take care, Mr. American.
Fuck. Good thing you don't have a YouTube channel, man. That fucking parasite thing was such a fucking.